It's Week 14 of the NFL, and we'll see Brandon Cooks. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Cowboys and the Bengals on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. So here come the Cowboys onto the field with excellent position to get things started. They'll be commanded by their 6'3" quarterback from Central Michigan, Cooper Rush.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Sam Hubbard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
Up the middle they go. It's Lamb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright? Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And the Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their 5th-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that big-time game?
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. A tough season for them to this point, and here's part of the reason why. You see the injuries have left them short-handed in prior weeks, and that's the case again here in this one.
Brandon, great teams can overcome injuries and keep their seasons on track, but sometimes even the great teams have injuries that are just too numerous, or they affect the wrong group of guys, the guys who actually lead their ball club, and it's just tough to get past them. This team struggling with that.
On 4th down, the rookie Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 58 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lamb, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Rush. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Rush to throw. Going right back to Ferguson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Rush. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They go play action with Rush. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Cowboys at 4-8 now on the year. If they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W, they have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lamb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing here, Rush. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Now Rush. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Burrow will throw. This one complete to Yoshivas. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andre Yoshivas, 58 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cowboys offense had Cooper Rush getting set for this next possession. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Rush. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Out of the shotgun, Rush. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Play fake. Here's Rush. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He shakes him off. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rush. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the Bengals 39-yard line.
Rush working from the gun. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Rush. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ferguson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. Lamb, and he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
He had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a give right side. It's Lamb. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Lamb, he stiff arms it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker, his 1st touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. Now, he's had a knack for finding the end zone all season long. His numbers reflect that. Here we are in the month of December, and he sits atop the NFL leaderboard in terms of rushing touchdowns. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Chase, the motion man right. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Mike Micah Parsons able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rush. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On the run, it's Dowdle. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Back to throw. Rush. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw. Rush. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They go play action with Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Burrow. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Through the middle of the field.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
61 yards.
And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Rush. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Here's Rush to throw.
Throw is caught by Schoonmaker.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Back to throw, Rush.
That's into the hands of Tolbert.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Throwing here, Rush. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Rush. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Here's Jones. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
And the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the visiting Jaguars who were able to come away with the road victory. Travis Etienne, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jared Goff, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. Patrick Mahomes, terrific in the victory, as his guys get to 10 wins and run their mark to 10-3. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they go play action now. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit, because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Again, it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now it's Burrow.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Burrow will throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their defense just helped him out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They go play action with Rush. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. So no gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw is Rush. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Rush working from the gun.
And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rush. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it, and they do so right there.
Now, they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Rush. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Out of the shotgun, Rush.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at about the 14.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Burrow now off the bootleg. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Here's Burrow. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. Now Burrow. Gesicki hauling in the quick throw. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Brown will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. On 1st and 10.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
They'll run on 1st down.
Lamb. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 74 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rush. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rush. He gets it to Cooks. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Rush to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Trey Hendrickson make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey.
This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Play action. It's Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Rush. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lamb. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
A running play. It's Dowdle.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Up the middle they go. Lamb, and they'll get to him just inside the 15 even after that strong run we witnessed. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
They run here with Dowdle. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Cowboys, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.